Big Alex Elite personality. Today we're going to be ranking Tottenham's current transfer signings, and I knew it. I'm not going to lie. Like when we almost got relegated last year, I knew they were never going to risk that situation again. So I'm not surprised we're doing this, but I'm happy and kind of relieved at the same time that we're actually buying players who can pass a ball, kick a ball, and hopefully get us at least in the top half next year. Because I think like a lot of people are forgetting how bad our team actually was. They're saying like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna end like Champions League next season, bro." We ain't getting no Champions League next season, man. We ain't. Literally, I would take eighth place and a League Cup now. Like, if someone said to me you're gonna end eighth and win a trophy, I would snap your hand off for that. Because right now, I think with the players we've bought, we've gone up to like 12th, maybe. But like honestly, if we go from the beginning, so who was the first player we bought? I think it was Robertson, wasn't it? So I think Robertson, I wanted us to buy him in Jan, and he was a free transfer in Jan, and we didn't buy him. Oh no, it's 5 million, I think. And it's like we were so cheap that we didn't even pay 5 million for him in Jan. But anyway, um, I just can't believe that Lang risked not buying enough players in Jan, and he was happy to let that team cook. That just shows his judgment is shocking. But I think Robertson's a solid squad player. I do think he's past his best, but he's played at the World Cup, playing at the World. No, he played at the World Cup. Scotland went out, and he's still kind of like got it. I think he might be with us for like a season or two, and it's probably worth buying him for sure. And then I think Senesi is quite an exciting player. I actually think that Alex Jimenez from Bournemouth's a good player as well, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, um, next I'm going to talk about Kinksky, retaining him. Now, with Kinksky, he had like the worst debut in history, I'm not going to lie. And I don't really think he is going to be good enough for us. But I'm not really annoyed at it, to be fair. And then Dubravka as well. I think we've got okay keepers for next season, but they're definitely not like point saving keepers. Not in my opinion. I think Dubravka should be the number one for sure. And then we bought Van Hecker as well. Van Hecker is probably the player I'm most excited to see, or the player that I wanted us to buy the most, because I felt like in the centre half position we were getting a bit short. Dragusin shouldn't really be near the team. Vuskovic we've went and sold for 50 million. So we've basically bought Van Hecker for Vuskovic, like pretty much an exchange. The the fees are pretty similar or the same, I think. So Brighton are actually taking a big risk because they're basically saying we value Vuskovic's potential at 50 million, and we're saying we want a centre half right now to go into the team because we were so bad last season. I think it's a good strategy for us, a good idea, and I'm happy with that transfer. Um, Personally, I think our fullbacks are bang average, and I'm still not really happy with that position because Jed Spence I've never really liked as a player. Porro is just so average. Like he sort of forgets to defend, which is a problem. Uh, Udogi is always injured. Robertson is okay, but he shouldn't really be our best fullback. So I think in the fullback position we might get shown up a bit next season, but I still don't think the fullback position's the big elephant in the room, because the big elephant in the room is we still ain't bought a striker, and it's like surely we're gonna buy a striker, surely, because we that strike force we had last season, it just can't run. It cannot run again. Like oh. Richarlison and Solanke is just so crazy. But anyway, on to Fernandez and Tonali. Wow. When we bought them two players in 2 days, I was like, oh my God, have Tottenham got a brain transplant? um, I heard our owners sold some expensive paintings, like Picasso paintings and that. It's like, damn, man, we're making some moves, money moves. So yeah, I think we've gone up to about 10th or 12th place. And I still think we need quite a lot of players, more than what people think. I think we need honestly, another 8 players to have a good team. But I think another 4 or 5 players will have a team that can actually kick a football and compete in the Premier League. So yeah, no, it's really interesting stuff at Tottenham at the moment. we spent a decent amount of money, and I don't think we're done. I don't want to jinx it. Don't kill me if I'm wrong, but I think we are going to definitely buy a striker. I think our wingers aren't good enough, so we need to sell one or two and get one or two in. I feel okay with the midfield now. I feel like as long as we can keep all the midfielders fit, then we're fine. Bergvall I want to sell. It's not for the same reason that you're thinking. The reason I want to sell Bergvall is because he said he wants to leave to get more first team football. What he's saying is, I don't back myself to start in the Tottenham team because Tottenham have gone and bought all these midfielders now. So I don't really want him there. I do like the guy, but I don't really want him there. And I don't really want Archie Gray there. All these players we had last season all have to go. They're all not good enough. But it's very exciting stuff. It's like Tottenham have your finger on the renewal button, for the memberships, like your trigger finger's like. So it's just like, I want to go to the first home game, so I think I will get tickets for that, as long as we buy another one or two players at least minimum. But I still think we need loads of players, but it's positive stuff. I cannot complain with anything that we've done. For once, it's actually making sense. But give me like your mid-window like rankings of what you think. And like, comment, follow. I've got much more content coming out, including some podcasts, so stay tuned for that. Keep moving and stay hungry.